friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aylin if you're new. If not, you probably already know that. But today we are doing another video, and it is one I am very excited about. It's one that I have filmed before but never posted because I didn't like the footage, or I took too long to edit it, or a million other excuses. But I am determined to actually post this one, and I'm very excited because we're reading a couple of really exciting books, and that is How Much Do I Realistically Read in a Week? We're gonna do Monday through probably Saturday, maybe Friday. I do have to work literally every single day, so I'm not sure realistically how much I'm going to get read. If you are new or you don't know like my reading process, I guess, I am the type of girl who will read more than one book at a time. It's not great, but it happens. The thing that's going to be a little bit different about this video is that in my November reset, I kind of created some goals for myself for the month of November, or like habits and intentions that I want to act on for this month. I want to be better about putting my phone down before bed and not picking it up right away in the morning, and replacing that time with a book or my Kindle instead. I also want to not scroll so much. Especially this past week, I have scrolled a lot. It's November 11th, if that tells you anything. There's been a lot of doom scrolling specifically. Like, I would rather read a book, but my actions are saying that I would not rather read a book. So I want to actually read a book. I do have to go to work here soon, so I figured I would just start this video, let you know what I'm in the middle of reading. If I pick anything else up, we'll talk about those books, but for now I'm just gonna stick with the two that I'm kind of the most in the middle of. The first one being One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This is a book that you guys picked for me, so I'm really excited to finally be reading it. I am currently on page 79, chapter 8, so I'm not super far in, but I've made a little bit of progress. I'm gonna bring my Kindle with me because I have the ebook. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I also may or may not have a doctor's appointment this morning. If I do, there's a bit of a commute for that, and I have an audiobook, so I'm not doing too bad with like the multiple books that I'm reading, because they're two different genres. One's an audiobook and then one is like a physical / ebook. I am currently listening to Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage on Spotify. I'm not loving this audiobook specifically, but I have been really excited about these characters, and a lot of people are saying that this is the best book in the series, so I do want to keep with it and finish it, try to see it through till the end. On this one, I am currently on chapter 9, almost chapter 10. Please pardon my dogs, I'm not quite sure what they're barking at. I'll talk a little bit more about what these books are about later when I have a little bit more time, but those are the books that I am in the middle of. Haven't made tons of progress. I'm hoping to finish up both of them this week and move on to something else. I'm finally getting into the part of the story that's like really interesting in this one. I feel like we're finally getting to the plot. That's what I'm currently reading. That's what we're doing for this video. I'm very excited. How many times can I say that? I'm gonna go to work. Hopefully I'll be able to read some sort of something while I'm there, and I will talk to you guys hopefully at the end of today. If not, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Any and all progress that I've made. Hopefully it's something. I just got home from work and the grocery store, and I'll give you reading updates in a moment, but Daquan and I, can I say your name or do you not want me to? Daquan, who is my boyfriend, and I did like boo baskets for each other, and he got me some of this candy that I really wanted to try, but it got here late, so I figured we could try it together. I have a few different things that we're gonna try. Do you want to try it with me?
Sure.
Not bad.
I think it's good.
For me, not usually liking cherry, that's good.
Did I get you this one already?
No, you got me the pink lemonade one.
That's what I thought. I just didn't remember.
So these ones, I had the pink lemonade ones and they were so good. I will probably buy them again. These ones are the blue raspberry ones. I liked the other ones, so I'm confident I'll like these because I do like blue raspberry stuff. These are way more sour than the other ones.
Yeah, not too bad. It's good.
They are good. I like them. There's a lot less sugar on here than like normal candy. All right, these I don't know about. I don't really like watermelon stuff, but we're gonna give it a go. I don't like artificial flavored watermelon, cherry, or strawberry usually, but I like those fruits. Here goes nothing. I'm nervous.
Really?
They're not bad. Like, I could eat them, but I just don't like the fake watermelon flavor. That's not what watermelon tastes like. I think you'll like them though. Like, they're good for watermelon candy. I just don't like watermelon candy.
They're good.
That's my review of the Joyride candy. Would recommend. Now I'm gonna go make some Alfredo. While I am making dinner, I'm gonna be listening to my audiobook. I've listened to quite a lot of it today. I'm probably like halfway through right now, so probably won't finish it tonight, but I could see myself finishing it tomorrow. But like I said, I'll give you like full reading updates a little bit later. And if I remember, I'll show you our dinner that we make tonight. Hi guys, so it is Tuesday and I have some reading updates for you. I wasn't able to check in with you last night. I was so tired and went to sleep at like 10:30 because it was my first day back to work in like over a week. I have my like total count of pages for you, so we're gonna go over that really quickly. I listened to, like I told you last night, quite a bit of Lost and Lassoed. I'm now on chapter 25, but yesterday I read about 30% of it. That equates to about 94 pages, just going off of like how many pages the paperback is, because I had read about 20%, I want to say, before yesterday. So I'm about halfway through, a little over halfway through now. I'm liking it. I definitely like understand the connection. I just don't know if I'm feeling it, if that makes sense. So that is where we're at with Lost and Lassoed. And then on my Kindle at work yesterday and before I went to sleep last night, I read more of One Dark Window, and I started yesterday on page 79, and we're gonna move the bookmark, which is an exciting moment. I am now on chapter 13, I believe, which is page 140. So I believe that's 61 pages. I did all this math earlier. Don't think that I'm a mathematician or anything. If I'm not mistaken, it brings our total for Monday to 155 pages, which isn't great, but it's also not awful given that I worked literally all day long. I am working on trying to, like I said, create the habit of reading more, putting my phone down, all of that kind of stuff. And I would say that I was successful in putting my phone down for the night. Wasn't super successful this morning with like listening to a ton of it, but today is a new day. We have new opportunities. Loving this one. I'm really like getting into the heart of the story. I'll talk more in detail about this one later because I do have to go. I'm on my lunch break. But I wanted to give you my page count. I haven't read any more of this one today, but I, like I have mentioned multiple times, have listened to more of Lost and Lassoed. So that is where we're at. I will chat with you guys later. I get out a little bit earlier today, so that is good news. I will hopefully have more time to read. Good morning, besties. It is Wednesday morning. I have not made coffee at home. I don't even know how long it's been, so we're gonna try this and see if I've lost my touch or not. It's also hot coffee, which I don't know if I've ever made a cup of that for myself using my Nespresso before. It's not bad. I wish it was a bit warmer, but I can fix that. Anyway, we have some stats to update. I have some stats to update you on. Monday, the total page count read was 155. Yesterday, it was abysmal. I did not listen to much of my audiobook yesterday, nor did I read much. I find it really difficult to read, specifically this book, but I think it would probably just be like fantasies in general. I also have a harder time focusing at work just because I know that while I'm there, I also need to be paying attention to things. I didn't read tons of this or my audiobook. My audiobook, I probably read 10% of, so like 30 something pages. We'll just call it 30. We'll call it like 47 pages that I read of Lost and Lassoed. Then in this one, I did not read much at all. Started on page 140. Got to part 2, which is good. Yeah, I read 20 pages in this. So I read a total of 67 pages yesterday, which, like I said, not great. But I have already started reading some of this morning, and I wanted to give you a more cohesive synopsis for this one. If you have not heard anything about this book, basically we are following our main character Elspeth, and she lives in a world where there is this mist that is like over the entire kingdom, and the only way to get rid of it is to collect all 12 of what are called Providence cards. They're almost like tarot cards, and there's a whole bunch of lore that goes with it, but you have to have all 12 of them in order to lift this mist. What would also be kind of lifted slash cured if one was to collect all 12 of these cards is this illness, which I believe is called the mystic illness, or maybe that's from another book. I could be making that up, but either way, there's this like infection. If you get it, you end up having magic, and the only acceptable way to have magic in this world is with the cards. But if you have magic individually, that's wrong. Your veins also turn black, and a lot of people like go crazy. So there's this group that the king has called the Destroyers, and they are the ones sent to kind of like collect those people and then execute them. So it's really sad. If you have this, you try to hide it as much as possible. Elspeth had it when she was really little and managed to hide it. Everyone in her family thinks that she doesn't have magic, because in reality, her magic is that if she touches these Providence cards, she like absorbs them and the thing that's inside of them, and she accidentally touched a nightmare card, and now she has this like nightmare being in her head at all times. That being can see where the Providence cards are. There's like a light that illuminates from each one. One day she's going home from her father's house because she now lives with her uncle, and in the woods she runs into these two highwaymen, is able to escape because she's able to use the nightmare's abilities when she asks for it. It's like a fully sentient being just chilling in her head. He just doesn't have a body almost. And then she goes to this ceremony that the king is having and runs into his nephew and realizes that the highwayman that she kind of attacked was actually a prince. He is also the captain of the Destroyers, which is the group that is meant to execute the ill. In fact, through talking to him, she figures out, or he tells her rather, that he and some of his family are looking for these Providence cards, which is illegal. You cannot seek them out like from other people or anything like that in order to like lift the illness and some other stuff like that. So they have to collect the cards together, and her ability to see the cards is very useful for this. It is a romantasy, so like he is our romantic interest from what I'm gathering, and I really like their banter so far. So this morning I started on page 160 and my camera's about to die, and I got to chapter 16, so I read like 8 pages I guess. Not much progress made, but it's still better than nothing. I'm hoping to be able to read more of this today. Work has been really slow lately. I hope that that is not the case. If it's slow, I'm not making very much money, if any at all. So I hope that it's not slow, but if it is, then that just gives me more time to read this. Lost and Lassoed, I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to listen to it today, but I do need to start getting ready for work now, so I will probably listen to it while I'm getting ready. I just wanted to give you an update. That is where we are at. Those are our total pages for Tuesday, and that is a more comprehensive synopsis of this one. I'm really liking it. I see why other people like it. It's not what I expected, but it's still very good, and it's a very fast-paced read. I just haven't had much time or energy to be reading. So anyway, I'm gonna go get ready for work now. It's beyond time for me to start doing that, so I will talk to you guys later tonight. I work late tonight, so I'm not sure how much time I'll have to talk to you. Hopefully we can wrap these up and then get into some new books, because I'm excited to be like finishing up with these. I might go into Two Twisted Crowns. I don't own a physical copy of that one, but I'm pretty sure it's on KU, so I might be able to like complete this series, which would be nice. You guys, we're back in my kitchen. Literally just have you placed on a stack of candles because I'm too lazy, could not be bothered to grab my tripod. Also, the heat just kicked on. Sorry if you can hear that. I just got home from work and I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update. I did manage to read a little bit of this today, not a ton. It was busy today at work, which is good. It means I did something. But we started today on 160. I read 20 pages. So I read just about 20 pages of this today. Like I said, not a ton, but I'm still really liking it. I'm, like I said, at a really good spot. Everything's interesting. I'm hoping to read more of this tonight because I didn't have a ton of time to read it today. But the thing I really wanted to show you guys, packages. I got some really exciting packages in the mail and I wanted to open them with you guys. They are from Waterstones, and if you've been following my channel for a while, I think You probably have a guess at what these are. Open this one first. It's beautiful. Magnolia Park's special editions. Are these not stunning? With the end papers? Are you kidding? Are you actually kidding me? I already got The Long Way Home in the mail, so I was just waiting on this one and Into the Dark, which I'll show you guys in a second. But I am in love, truly. I'll show you guys tomorrow in the light what they look like all next to each other on my shelves. But I can't wait to see Into the Dark. And apparently there's like an exclusive edition or like chapter or something. Oh my god, that's the biggest spider I've ever seen in my entire life. That's terrifying, actually. That is not acceptable. You guys don't know I'm really, really scared of spiders, so I'm kind of tweaking. I want everyone to know I love animals. I don't love spiders. Spiders scared the ever-living shit out of me, and I did kill that, but I don't see any more. Okay. I definitely screamed. Either way, Into the Dark. Beautiful. I have to go pick up my dinner now. You guys, probably looks like it's Sunday based on my attire, but it is actually Friday. You will catch me using this setup every single time that the sunlight is good enough. All right, like I mentioned, it is Friday, so I have some updates for you. I haven't spoken to you or given you like numbers, updates, things like that for the past 2 days. I did vlog yesterday, but I didn't sit down and talk to you. So that's what we're doing today. Numbers, let's get into them. Wednesday, I did not have a good day. Mentally, work-wise, or reading-wise. I managed to read 25 pages in one dark window. I didn't listen to Lost and Lassoed really at all. If I did, it was for like a couple minutes, so I didn't try to calculate any of those pages. I'm just gonna roll them over into Thursday, because either way, it's still the amount of pages that I read this week. 25 pages on Wednesday of this. That is all that I read. Like I said, wasn't a great day for me. Thursday was a much better reading day for me. I managed to listen to 20% of Lost and Lassoed, which brings me to about the 85% mark there, and that equals 62 pages. And then in One Dark Window, I managed to read 61 pages, the same amount that I read on Monday, and I am now 256 pages in. Well, I read a little bit this morning, so I'm a little bit farther than that. That brings us to a total of 123 pages read yesterday. Not bad. Feeling confident that I can finish this for sure by the end of the video for both of them, because I've got 15% left in Lost and Lassoed, so I'm intending to finish that tonight if I can. How many minutes do I have left to listen? Oh, Tate McRae came out with a new song today. I need to listen to that. I have 1 hour and 3 minutes left to listen to. I'm listening to it on 2x speed, so I've got about half an hour left of Lost and Lassoed, so I can definitely finish that tonight. I'm not sure that I'll be able to finish this one tonight, but today, but I am going to try. We'll see how it goes. I have 132 pages left of this today, which is more than I've read in a single day, but I am still somewhat confident because, like, getting to the end, I'm gonna want to know what happens. If I only have like 60 pages left, I'm gonna want to finish it. So can definitely finish this by the end of the week. This may not be my most productive reading week, and as far as like number of pages read each day or books read through the week, I'm not letting that deter me because I've already completed 4 books this month. So this is good. We're taking this as a win, and this one has been on my TBR for a while. I've needed to finish this because you guys picked it for me. It's like 2 things off of my to-do list in one. Off my TBR, and you guys picked it for me, so I read it. But I figured we could also do one more math equation situation. I am going to use my calculator for that because we've got a lot more numbers involved. And I want to see where we're at so far for the week. This is me realistically reading. Some days I don't read anything at all. I just don't have time. But this week I have had time to read every single day, which I'm so thankful for. It's a blessing. 61 plus 94 for the pages on Monday. That's 155. Plus 20 on Tuesday from One Dark Window, plus the 47 from Lost and Lassoed. That brings us to 222. Including Wednesday's pages, which was only 25 pages, that brings us to 247, and then including the 123 pages that I read yesterday, that brings us to 370. All in all, not that many pages so far, but if I'm still able to complete 2 books, that makes me very happy, and I'm able to read every single day. I'm working a full-time job. It's a lot. I'm not mad at it. Do I wish it was more? Yes. Can I really control that? Not quite. But hopefully I will be able to like at least start one more book in this video. That would be nice, just to have something else in there. Still really enjoying both of these books. I'm thinking Lost and Lassoed is going to be like a 3.25 if I had to rate it right now. This one I'm feeling 3.75, 4-star feelings for. But I've heard people love the second book even more, so. And I still really do like it. It's just not like what I expected, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's probably a solid 4. I will hopefully talk to you guys later. If not, I'll definitely talk to you tomorrow. I say that and then it might not happen, but here's praying. I'm hopefully gonna try to listen to more of Lost and Lassoed, or maybe the new Tate McRae song, because I need to listen to that. But I hope you're all having a lovely day when you're watching this. I don't know that I've said that in this video yet. I don't really say that in many of my videos, but I really do hope you're having a good day. I am going to go try to enjoy the rest of my day and hopefully read something. Good morning, everyone. I think you can tell I woke up not that long ago. As you will have just seen, I updated my reading journal because last night I finished Lost and Lassoed. I didn't end up reading a ton yesterday. Yesterday was a busy work day that again bore no fruit, which was very upsetting. So it hasn't been like the greatest work week, which obviously sucks. Things that I'm grateful for this morning: waking up, being healthy, and the coffee that I've been making. I've been making my coffee at home lately. Finally pulled my Nespresso out of storage and it's so good. I have been loving making it every single day. It's been so fun. I bring it with me to work. Let's do yesterday's pages. So like I mentioned, I finished Lost and Lassoed, which ended up being like 15%, so about 47 pages that I had left in that. I did not read a ton of this, unfortunately, yesterday. I read like 10 pages, which pretty easy math. I only read 57 pages. It's still not the worst day I've had this week, but still not great. I wanted more. It was just, like I said, it wasn't a good day, and then I was really tired when I came home, and then the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight was on, so, and my boyfriend really likes to watch UFC and boxing and stuff like that. We of course watched that. I do have to work today. I need to go get ready for work very soon. I get out at 3. I'm hoping that like today is a more productive work day, but also that I have time to read. We'll see which one it ends up being. It's usually not both. But hopefully when I get out of work, I can be somewhat productive. And then tomorrow I might start filming for Vlogmas. I might plan out my Vlogmas stuff or my Bookmas stuff while I'm at work today, because tomorrow I think we're decorating for Christmas. I might have to start my Bookmas videos tomorrow, which would be very exciting. That's kind of where we're at. Final thoughts for Lost and Lassoed. I ended up rating it a 3.25. I liked it okay. I pinpointed toward the end what it was that I felt like it was lacking, and it just felt like it was a little bit too short, a little bit too quick. I would have liked more scenes with our characters that were a little bit slower. I don't know, I wasn't fully in on the fact that they had fallen for each other as quickly as they did. I knew that I liked them together, but I just hadn't like fully bought in on it, I guess. But the thing that I will say about the series that I really do love, and I think it's just like well done cowboy romances in general, is the sense of community and family and friendship that they bring to the table. People hear cowboy romance and yes, that's like such a fun niche trope, but there are other tropes that fall in with it that are like part of the whole cowboy thing usually. And in Chestnut Springs, as well as the Rebel Blue Ranch series, it tends to be this sense of really close-knit community, family, friendship. All those aspects are like really, really important to all of the characters, and it shows on the page, which is something that I love. And I think that's the reason that I keep picking these books up, is because they might not be my favorite, but those are tropes that I really like, and the way that they're portrayed, they're done really well. I'm fully invested in their sense of community and family, with the two families that are mentioned in this one. Can appreciate that they're all like really close. I don't know, it's just like such a fun friendship group to read about. Even though they're family, you can also tell that they like each other and they are friends. So if it's something you're considering picking up, I think that they're really fun, like palate cleanser reads, but I also think that, I'm not going to say it again because I've said it a million times, but the camaraderie that's in this book and this series is like really well fleshed out. But I just wish that this one was a little bit longer. But it does set up for the next book, which is the one that I'm probably the most excited about. I won't give it away, but I'm very, very excited for the next book, which is Wild and Wrangled. And the cover is so beautiful. I'm obsessed. It's probably my favorite cover. I need to get a physical copy of all of these books because they're so good. But this one comes out in April, which is devastating. But I would say if you're looking for a season to read these books in, it's not the winter, it's definitely the summer. They're all kind of like summer romances. This one I'm liking. I'm excited to get to the second one, and I'm hoping to finish this today, which is kind of a tall order, but I still think I can do it because I've read more pages in a day than this, and it's picking up. So I'm going to bring this with me to work, like the physical copy as well as my Kindle. I find it easier to focus on the physical copy for some reason of a fantasy book, but when I'm reading something like a thriller or a romance, my Kindle is perfect. Not that I can't read a fantasy book on here, it's just really couldn't tell you why it's different. That means that I might be able to pick another book to read for the last little bit of this vlog with you guys and get some extra pages in. So, but I need to go get ready for work, so I will talk to you guys in a bit. As I have mentioned, I get out a little bit earlier today, which is very nice, so I'm hoping to read more. We'll see how it goes. Hi guys, it is Sunday, but it's been like 2 weeks, so it's not the next day is today's date. It's the 24th of November. I don't remember when exactly I started this video, but I know it was a while ago, and I got so caught up in filming the Bookmas videos that I needed to film that I forgot to close out this one. So that is what we're doing today. My forehead looks huge. I don't remember the exact amount of pages that I read on Saturday or Sunday, but I did finish this within that time frame. I just checked the footage because I have been editing this video most of the morning, and I was last on page like 266. This book is a total of 392 pages, not including any of the extra content in the back. Let's do some quick math on that. 392 minus 266 is 126 pages. So between the 2 days, that is approximately how much I read. I figured we would just go ahead and do the grand total while we were here and say that on one of those days I read 126, because this is how many pages I read in a week. So let me go grab my notebook so that we can get all of the totals and we'll come up with our grand total number. Starting with Monday, I had 155 pages read, plus Tuesday I read a total of 67 pages. Wednesday I read a total of 25 pages. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that this is a realistic what I read in a week. I have other videos coming soon where I push myself to read more. So can I read more in a week? Yeah, but there are some days where I don't read anything at all. So sometimes I will go a week where I read maybe only 20 pages, just depending on how much time I had. And there are other weeks where I'm able to finish 4 books in a week. So every week is different. This is definitely a realistic glimpse into how much I read every single week. Wednesday I only read 25 pages. There are some days where I read 0 pages. Thursday I read 123 pages, and Friday I read 57, and then adding the 126 in there. That brings me to a total of 553 pages read. I think I may have also started another audiobook, but I can't remember what it was or how many pages I read in that, so I'm not going to attempt to guess. We're just gonna say 553 for the week, which, like I said, is not bad. I know sometimes when I am watching like other booktubers who do this full time, I feel maybe embarrassed by the lack of pages that I read, or sometimes envious of the amount of pages that they're able to read in a week, because I wish I could read as much as they do. I wish I had as much time to read as they do. And I'm not suggesting that they don't do anything with their time. I don't want it to come across that way. I just know that for people who watch BookTube, or BookTube is not their full-time job, you probably aren't able to read as much as other people. So I hope that this gives you a glimpse into that, because I know I can fall into the trap of like, they were able to read 1,500 pages this week and I read a third of that. Like, am I a real reader? Am I a real booktuber? Like, you are so valid no matter how many pages you read. It doesn't matter. You read, you like it, you're having fun with it. Maybe not every single book is fun, but for the most part, those are the qualifiers. That's it. It doesn't, the page number of books, none of that matters. So this week I only finished 2 books. I'm not mad at it. I'm pretty pleased. I don't really know what else to say. I read 553 pages. This was a relatively good week for me in terms of quality and quantity. I ended up rating One Dark Window a 4 out of 5 stars. There was just part of me that felt like a little bit disconnected from the characters in the book. I really did like it, but I just didn't feel attached, I guess. And I'll talk more about it in my wrap up, which is coming up soon. I also wanted to let you guys know that this is my last video for the month before Bookmas starts. I am doing Bookmas. This is my official announcement, I guess. I've mentioned it in other videos. I'm doing 12 days of Bookmas, so I'm doing one every other day leading up to Christmas, and I have a lot of really fun stuff planned. Hopefully you guys understand, but I will definitely be seeing you December 1st. I hope that you subscribe and stick around for that, because I'm really excited about all of the content that I'm doing. I hope you guys are too. It's all stuff that I think you'll like. That's why I'm doing it. But that is how much I read in a week. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're doing well reading, mentally and otherwise, and I really hope to see you all in my next video very, very soon. Bye guys. If you made it this far in the video, comment a snowflake in honor of Bookmas.